Hello, hello. Let's see, is Streamlabs able to pick up on the game? Yes, looks good. Okay. Well, hello everyone, and thanks for joining. Let me just see if my sound looks okay. Yeah, sound levels look good. That's nice. Yeah, so I have been off for a while. I'm very sorry about that. I had some real life stuff going on. Nothing bad though. Maybe I'll talk a bit about it later. We could do that. And I released a new video like 2 hours ago. And if you haven't seen that, then there's going to be some spoilers in this stream. Yeah, but anyway, let me just check on a few things just to make sure that we are set up properly. But yeah, I think it's looking good. All right. Okay, so yeah, people on the server seem to be a bit in a silly mood today, so looks like everyone is quite excited. So what should we look at first? I know what I want to look at first. Something that I finished a while ago, but since then I don't think I've streamed since then. I have shown it off a little bit in my video. Let's turn off that ugly night vision. It's a little bit dark now, but I think it looks very nice. I like this dark atmosphere. So yeah, this entire place. I mean, I basically terraformed both sides of this and then planted tons of trees and added plants and grass. And the thing is with the overgrown stone, for some reason using bone meal on it doesn't work. So I had to place all the grass manually, and then some of the grass that I could then bone meal so that it becomes this taller grass. But anyway, and back here, yeah, that's where it fizzles out. But I am super happy with this place. Oh my god, look at this little guy. Oh, this is one of the ones that I named. So there were a few in here that were just swimming around, and I thought it was so cool, so I named them. But I don't know if they're going to stay in the river, or I think I saw one running around like quite a bit away from the river already. So it looks like that's not exactly going to work so well. But let's see. I can hear something splashing. Was that just the fish down there? Anyway, yeah, this river. I like it. I like the water plants. And then this road that goes past the supermarket, like it has, yeah, a big hole in the middle here, the bridge, and then it just disappears in this tunnel, and I have the black concrete back there just to make it disappear into nothingness. And yeah, I think that works very well. And yeah, this entire area, I mean, it took me a very long time to do this, but it was really worth it. I mean, I don't know if anyone's ever going to closely look at this. I love hanging out here, definitely. I like this a lot. Oh, there's more of them. Those are not named, I think. Let me give them names. I want to give them some names. Can I get to you, or are you stuck in the grass? I don't want to destroy the grass because then I'll have to place it again. So let's push you over there. Very good. Perfect. Now can I push you in the water? I like it when they're swimming around. It's very cute. Oh, I'm glad he didn't take fall damage there. Ah, well, one of them at least. Yeah, and back here it also ends. I don't know if I'll ever continue this here. It guess it kind of depends on if I build anything on here or if I just continue like the edge back here, which I will probably do. So this is also going to disappear in the tunnel like the other road. And then I think, I mean, if I ever get to building anything back here, there's going to be another road coming out of this mountainside as well. Which is probably in theory connected to the tunnel back there, but in practice, I don't know if I'm going to build the tunnel that big. Thanks, Super Pfirsich. Thanks a lot. Yeah, I also really like it. And yeah, of course, here there's lots to do, and I think there was one of the otters was was running around over here. We also get the I think this is a provost's squirrel, prevost squirrel. We get those guys here in the jungle, and then I occasionally get tree monitors, which is also quite cool. So I have a few of those already. Is this one of my named otters? Yeah, it is. What are you doing over here? Go back to the river. Come on. You belong over there. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, I mean, I talked about all that stuff back there in the video as well, and then I talked about this place here, which are you also one of the, or are you the same one? No, there's two. Yeah, I'm going to just have like otters running around everywhere because I name them so they don't get culled, and then they are free to run around everywhere. I don't really mind. I might even do that with more animals. Then of course we sometimes get the orangutans. Yeah, I'm very excited about all the new animals. Yeah, Nemo, I know how to do it, but I don't think right now is the best the best time to explain it, or but I am also explaining it in that one video that I did, I think. Let's see, if Nemo is watching, then I can just quickly try to explain. But if Nemo doesn't want, that's fine. More of those squirrels. I do really love the red variant, that one that looks like the squirrels we have in our forests here. But I don't get those in the jungle. So, okay, let's look at Lightmatica and making a schematic. So, if you press M, then you bring up the Lightmatica menu. And to create a schematic, it's not very user-friendly, I have to say. It took me a while to figure out. What I usually do is I go into the area editor, and there I can create a selection, but I'm not in the right place. So let's say I want to create a schematic of this build that I've made here for the construction site. So let's bring that up again, area editor, and let's say move to player. And I'm just noticing that it doesn't show up. That is, I need to press, no, not M and R together. Oh, and yeah, it doesn't look good when you have shaders on, but it's going to, I'm just going to show it anywhere. So you can see the one corner is now there. The other corner is still back there because I had it. So basically, I'm just going to go to the other corner, go back into the area editor, and say move to player, because that's just the easiest way to get it to where you want it to be. And now we can fine-tune it. So I'm going back into the area editor, and now I can say this needs to go, no, in the other direction. I think this far. And yeah, let's put it there. Like with left and right click, I can just, yeah, now you see it's gone too far. Put it back, and we can also take it down a little bit, like this. And then do the same for the other corner. Area editor. Oh, it's this corner, yeah. Right, bring it, just bring it in close. And now that we have done this, we just go on Save Schematic, give it a name, save it, and then we can use it somewhere else. All right, and now I'm going to press M and R together again to toggle all rendering off for Schematica, so we don't have to see that. All right, and that is all. But I think I am explaining the same thing in my tutorial video as well. So if that was too fast, just check that out again. So with my, why do I have torches in my hand? Why can I not? What is happening? I am confused. Okay. Anyway, so I have a little bit of a dilemma with my newest build here, which is that now it's night and I would very much like to turn on night vision. But for some reason it looks absolutely disgusting with night vision on. Let me show you. Ah. Ooh, I think the problem is that there's no depth to it when you have night vision on. It just looks like a big gray blob. With night vision off, it looks much better, but yeah, everything is a bit dark. But I do look like it looks a bit spooky with the dark windows. I love that. So yeah, this is my construction site that I have been building in my newest video. So sorry for the for the spoilers. Oh, by the way, hi Amphi. Just I'm not very good at looking at chat the entire time, but hi, thanks for watching. So what I want to do today is build the other building here, and it's not going to be as complete or as tall as this one. So, and thanks for the follow, Amphi. So basically, my plan was to have like, yeah, there's going to be 6 buildings here. Excuse me one sec. All right, so the plan is to have 6 buildings here, but this one obviously has not been started. Here we only have like started to dig a little hole. Here the hole has been dug and the basement construction on the basement has started, and here the basement is more or less done except for the part that has been destroyed again. And then we have this building here where like the raw concrete build is already finished. And there's even like part of the facade has already been like painted and stuff. And so this building is going to be somewhere in between that basement, that one, and that building. But I'm not planning on building the basement again because there's not going to be. I'm not going to add any way to get into the basement. So I'm just going to start with the ground floor. Yeah, so let's do that, and probably just do it with stone again for the moment, and then do some texturing later, the way I always do. And one thing that I'm debating, well, okay, no, that's a further step. Let's start here, and I'm going to turn on night vision. It's going to be fine. And yeah, I hope you don't, you're not completely disgusted by what I'm doing here, but basically, yeah, I don't care about filling out the ground. I'm just going to leave a hole below the ground here. Yeah, I know. Etho and B-Dubs would be very unhappy with me. But yeah, I don't care. So basically, I just need to fill the entire ground. So that is some very, very exciting work that I'm doing here, riveting footage. So maybe let me talk about a few other things. So, for example, UHCs. So I have participated in a UHC, and the first episode has gone up yesterday. It was called Scuffed UHC. It was invented by my friend Lama, and yeah, so it's not been my favorite UHC that I ever played in. I think it's actually it's been the worst UHC that I've ever played in. And it was designed to be that way. Like, they had one of the plugins they used is called Popcorn, which just basically every 50 ticks, so every 2.5 seconds, it moves you in a random direction. So you can imagine how terrible that can be. Luckily, there was no fall damage, but it could still like move you into lava, or if you're fighting a mob, it's absolutely terrible, and it's also very disorienting. And yeah, so it's made to be terrible to play, and I think the jury is still out on whether it is also terrible to watch or fun to watch. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure how much I like it. Well, anyway, that also wasn't like my best, the best I've ever done in a UHC. But I'm going to play another one this Sunday. Quite excited for that one. I hope I will do better. Yeah, so that's going to be interesting. But in general, I'm not really good at UHCs. Maybe I should like exercise a little bit. Do some dry runs in a private hardcore world or something like that, or maybe do some like direct PvP training. Maybe I'll do that eventually. Maybe I'll get one of my friends who are better at UHCs to give me like a boot camp for that. Okay, we are almost done with the ground floor here. So I have looked at some pictures of like half-built buildings, and also like around the place where I live, there's been a lot of construction going on. And so from what I've seen, like when a building is starting out, it usually like it's just some pillars and the floors, and not really a lot of the walls. The only walls that are usually there already are the ones around. Oh, a butterfly died in here. That's sad. The ones around the staircases. So I want to try basically the same thing. So now I need to. I want to do the same staircase now, basically, in the other thing. So I just need to figure out where where exactly that is. Need to do some counting. Or I can... No, I can't. Oh, there's another... Yeah, you're probably going to die too, aren't you? Huh? Maybe not. Anyway. Okay, so it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No. This is one. This is one of the walls. Okay, so we have the wall here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Before I forget that, let's put that. So this is more or less the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then same from the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, and then we have the 4 spaces in between, exactly like in here. So that's good. And now we have this exactly there where the one side of the window is. we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Uh-oh, it's starting to rain. And it's gone again. Mods are doing what they're supposed to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 10. Yeah, that looks about the right size. But then, of course, here in the, at least in the first floor, we don't have the entire thing. We have this gap here, and then, of course, the doors. Like this. Okay, but basically the plan is to build this, and I think yeah, let's make it 4 high. This is going to go through a very ugly gray blob phase too, like the other one did. But I think with the texturing and the scaffolding and everything, it now looks quite decent, except for when you have night vision on, which I do, yeah, much better. So yeah, I'm glad I persevered with this building. A lot of the time, it's a bit like I don't know if you guys are watching Gem's videos, but she had the same thing with her base, that it was going through an ugly phase before when she just had the raw builds that weren't quite completed yet. Okay, so this is like the core of the building. On top of that, we're going to do the next floor, and I want to have some additional pillars. The question is, where would they be? I think like here, because this is a part that goes directly up and is not interrupted by windows. And the same here, and then the corner, of course. The only thing I'm worried about is if it's going to look good if I put it directly on the corner, or should it be recessed a little bit, which wouldn't make sense if you look at the layout of that building. So let's try it without. Yeah, guys, I'm sorry. I'm just winging it here. I basically did the same thing with that. I had no idea what this building was going to look like when I started doing the time lapse, and then I just figured it out bit by bit. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, I think. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here. I'm guessing the other one needs to be here. 1, 2, 3. So yeah, I'm just kind of curious how this is going to look once we put in the next floor. It could look completely terrible, but that could also just be because there's no texturing yet. So that is the question, right? And that is the hard part. Like, do I continue building this? Is it going to look better eventually, or will it just still look ugly and I put a lot of work into it? sometimes experience can tell you. Sometimes you just don't know. Oh, hi Strudel. Glad you're here. Really nice to see you. I've been missing you. I've missed you. And Super Pfirsich, yeah, Gem is, of course, Gem is great. Everyone knows Gem is great. Yeah. Okay, so the one thing that I thought about touching on earlier, but didn't, is so now the question is, do I use full blocks for the floors? The advantage of that is that I can use overgrown stone blocks in between to spruce it up a little bit without it looking weird. The downside is that over here we are using slabs, so it's not completely the same then. But I do think the I also just thought of something else that I wanted to do further up, and so I think it's actually going to be the right thing to do it in full blocks. I just hope that doesn't look too blocky then. Well, I mean, it's going to look blocky. It's Minecraft. But I think I am running out of stone here. I'm going to run out very soon, so let me get another shulker full of stone. I have a lot of them, fortunately. Yeah, see, I still have a few of them. I hope they will last me through my city. Okay, so yeah, so the let's talk a bit about the reason why I wasn't on for a while there. So I think I talked about this maybe a few times before I stopped streaming and recording. So I was very excited about that. I got to rent an allotment garden, a small garden plot of about 200 square meters. That is near where I live, and yeah, it was kind of weird. I've always wanted a garden. There have been times where I completely like fell into the rabbit hole of watching like gardening YouTube videos and everything. And then when I received the message that I could finally get my own garden, I was still like, yeah, okay, so this is something that I've always wanted, but the excitement wasn't quite there. But I think it just hit me in kind of a weird time in my life. But anyway, we had to wait a few months for it, and then by the time I finally got it, I did actually like fall back into that excitement and everything, and I wanted to do a lot of things in the garden. And basically that's all I've been doing for the for over a month now. And I mean, I've been yeah, I was very lucky that the weather was so good. I mean, it's not exactly a good thing that the weather was the way it was. I mean, I heard later that we had like the warmest October in decades, which I guess is a bad sign, but it was good for me at least. And the thing is also, I mean, the garden is, I think I can do a lot with it, but at the moment, or at least when we got it, it was kind of a mess, and it still kind of is. At least like something that doesn't help is that my garden neighbor, her garden is just like completely like very, very neat. Everything looks amazing. So yeah, I feel and then there's my garden, which is as I said, yeah, a mess. So I did a lot of gardening. I basically spent almost every day in the garden. I bought over a literal ton of compost like a municipal composting thing. So it wasn't very expensive, but I had to fill all of that stuff in bags by myself, and then put the bags in the car, put the bags back out of the car. Gardening streams. Ooh, I don't know. Maybe maybe eventually. Yeah, who knows? Not this year, I guess, because this year I am basically done with gardening now. I don't think there's much more that I can do this year. But yeah, I'm very excited about it, and I want to do. I mean, if you start watching gardening YouTube, you will find some very interesting things. I want to have like a biological, like no dig garden, which means that I need a lot of compost, and of course I don't want to use like artificial fertilizer and stuff like that. Yeah, it's all very exciting. I've been watching so many videos about making compost. I recently watched a video, a 50-minute video called a complete guide to soil microbiology. So yeah, that's all very exciting, very interesting. And yeah, that's something that's at the moment completely fascinates me. And right now, so what I have in the garden right now is some spinach, because that likes growing in the winter. Some salads that can deal with the cold, and I put down some onions and garlic, and I also planted some strawberries already, which are then hopefully going to be growing very vigorously next year. Yeah. Okay, Amphi, you miss gardening, but you run away anytime you see any type of bug. Yeah, that's not good. There are a lot of bugs in the garden, and fortunately I like bugs, or I like most of them, and I'm not really scared of any of them, so that's good. We have a lot of I think they're called daddy long legs in English, harvestmen. Yeah, they are kind of creepy looking, but I like them. They are cute. Yeah, strawberries are great, and I'm a huge fan of fruit in general, just because I mean, I like fruit more than veggies because I like sugar, and then also the fact that most fruit is perennial, whereas most veggies are not. So yeah, you can have a few fruit trees, some raspberry bushes, some strawberry plants, and they're just going to keep growing over the years, and you don't have to do much. So that's super easy. Whereas veggies is like a constant hassle. Planting, you have to replant them every year. Yeah, all of that. But anyway, for this year, I think I'm mostly done. Now there's not much that I can still do, and the weather is starting to get bad. So that's why I'm back here playing, and I really hope that like next year I'm going to find some kind of balance, because they I mean, also I'm going to have to start working again eventually, so then I'm going to have like YouTubing and working and gardening. That's a lot to do. Strudel, do you also have a garden where you grow that stuff? That sounds nice. Raspberries and blackberries? That's great. Hi, Awesome King. Nice thanks for joining the stream. We are working on the construction site, which if you haven't watched the video yet that I released earlier, then this is something new. There's yeah, that stuff is a breeding ground for zombies too. Are you wearing a goat helmet over your straw hat? That's quite the fashion choice, my dude. Anyway, you have to go. Oh, right. Yeah, I told you about it. So you already know a little bit about what we have here. So I just released a video earlier with everything over there. And right now I'm working on this building, which is... There's another zombie there. Oh, come on, dude. Which is going to be an even more unfinished build than the other one. people are coding, which, since I'm a computer science, I understand to mean they're writing code, but since I've watched a lot of Grey's Anatomy last weekend, that could also mean that their heart has stopped beating. Let's hope it's not that. Okay, you have Strudel has veggies, raspberries and blackberries, a pomegranate tree, and a prune tree. Veggies didn't grow well. Well, I mean, you also had a big drought, right? That can't have been easy. I mean, we also did, but like less than you did down there in Italy. So yeah, I guess veggies were tough. The pomegranate tree, that's great. I mean, that's something that wouldn't grow here. I sometimes wish I lived in a warmer climate, because there are so many great things you can grow in a warmer climate, like especially fruit trees, like avocado trees, citrus trees. Yeah, all of that. That would be great. Maybe eventually. Will there be frogs in the excavated ground? Well, right now there are no frogs in the game, unfortunately. No, so this is going to be a big lion pen. I don't know if I'm going to have any other animals in here, to be honest. I know that. Wait, am I doing this right? Yeah, I think so. I know that the Little Critters mod is supposed to have bullfrogs eventually. And I think the normal ZAWA mod is probably going to get tree frogs again eventually, like they had in the old version. Oh, you meant the new frogs from 119. Yeah, no, we don't have those. This is 116. Unfortunately, yeah, it would be fun. The new frogs are quite cool. But I am curious about the bullfrogs from the Little Critters mod. What they are going to look like. I do think that. So I mean, I'm always raving about the look of the ZAWA mod models, because they are looking so great. But I feel like it's one thing that I like. I think they still look Minecrafty. Like you can still see that they are kind of made out of rectangles and squares, unlike some other mods, which I think look less Minecrafty. But of course, they look a lot more detailed than like the real Minecraft mobs, like cows and pigs and stuff. So yeah, I love those. Super Pfirsich, you are growing wasabi. That's pretty cool. So that likes it cold. I've been thinking about maybe growing some as well. Let's see. And yeah, one thing that I've talking about other spicy things. One thing that I've noticed is that a lot of people like growing chilies, which I can totally understand, because there are just so many cool varieties of chilies that you can grow. But I don't like very spicy food, and I feel like a lot of other people then also realize that they don't have use for so many chilies. So I've been getting lots of chilies from my garden neighbors that I don't really know what to do with, because, as I said, I don't like spicy food all that much. The tarantulas, yeah, I mean, they are also kind of mean on here. I don't think that in real life they would be attacking you that much. I really don't think so. I'm thinking right now, okay, I think I'm going to complete this floor, and then the next floor I need to. I don't think that one will be completed, and also I'm thinking about making it like half collapsed. That's something that could be fun. But for now, I'm going to finish this floor. More stone. Yeah, I think this... there's going to be like a complete shulker box full of stone in here. Although, I mean, I'm getting a lot of that back once I start the texturing. And I may... I have a beacon over there without the beacon on top. I may be adding a beacon then to... I don't know, over there, like when I was removing stone blocks to add texture there, I mean, the beacon can also be annoying because if you just insta-mine, then you very quickly remove more blocks than you meant to. So I thought it would help me, but it actually didn't that much. I need to drink something or my voice is going to give out. Okay, much better. Yeah, so the thing with the collapsed floor is also one of the reasons why I thought it would be great to use the full blocks instead of the slabs, because then I can use slabs to make like a diagonal. You're going to see what I mean in a second. I'm going to show you. Yeah, Strudel, we miss you here on ZAWA, really, or at least I do. Yeah. But the new little critters that have been added are also really great, and that also that made Beef record some videos again. I think we're going to get a new video from him soon. He was on today for quite a while, so I guess that means there's probably going to be a new video. He probably recorded some new stuff. I always, when he's on, I always stalk him on Journey Map. I need to check out his zoo again sometime. But I think I don't think I'm going to show that on my stream though, because I think the coordinates are supposed to be like, at least they're not completely public. Okay. This looks absolutely terrible. But I hope it's not going to stay that way. Okay, so as for the next floor. How am I going to do that? I need to do some thinking now. So I'm going to add this pillar here and this one, I think. And of course the center part. Well, the question is, would that even fall down like in a in a sheet, or wouldn't that completely crumble? I don't know. I'm not a builder. I'm trying to find, often trying to find references online to how things look, but sometimes I just have to improvise or just go with what looks good in Minecraft, as opposed to what looks most realistic. What is going on in chat? What are those people doing? I'm not sure I want to know. So yeah, I'm going to build this one, or I may even, let's pull that up one floor more, and then it's only this thing that is sticking out. And I should probably add the stairs in there too, and the floors inside here. One of the big questions that I still need to figure out, but that's probably going to be something for the next episode, is are the lions allowed to go in here or not? I don't see how I'm going to be able to keep them out, so I'm probably going to have to extend the fence. Hover fell from a high place. What are those guys up to? They've already been causing a ruckus in the last few days. I need more stone. Still some in here? No. Yeah, I'm going to need the stone slabs later again. To surround it's unfortunately very awkward, but like to surround the overgrown stone so that it doesn't spread. Okay, so I'm going to add the floor at least in the middle. Maybe on the other side it will. Yeah, maybe that's going to be incomplete. How about that? Let's have like several layers of incompleteness. And then I'm going to need to have, oops, I went too far there because I didn't pull up the other thing. I'm going to need to have some rebar sticking out of it like I do over here. Where I use the iron bars and the rope to do that. Also some stuff sideways. That might end up looking really interesting. Oh, I do have a bit of a sore throat, but I actually, at first I thought I was getting sick, but then I actually remembered that I had the same thing last year, and I went to the doctor and he told me that it's probably some kind of allergy, but he couldn't tell me to what. All of his standard tests for allergies were negative. So I think it's probably the same thing again. I just wish I knew what I was allergic to, like at this time of year. I mean, it's not like dust mites or some. It's also not my cats, like all that normal stuff he tested for. But yeah, right now my throat is hurting a bit and it's annoying, especially when I try to talk so much. So if you guys have any ideas, if there are any kind of weird things that I could be allergic to at this time of year. I don't remember when exactly it went away, but I think it stayed for like a lot of winter last year. Oh, Amphi, when I said I'm not a builder, I mean like I'm not a real life builder. I don't know how concrete behaves in the real world. I'm of course I'm a Minecraft builder. Yeah, I consider myself a Minecraft builder. Yeah, hover seems to be dying a lot. I noticed the same thing. Okay, so we have this half built thing. Then I'm going to need another layer of this. And then we're going to make the... Who is that? Yeah, I think that's going to work. Yeah, let's do that. It's turning dark. And yeah, this looks so bad with night vision on, same as the other building. But anyway. Something else video-wise that I'm excited about is, and I don't want to make a big announcement because other people have made big announcements, which were a bit premature, but there's going to be probably a modded Valheim server that I'm going to be playing on soon. And I'm going to make some videos there, I guess. Probably a lot less involved than the ones I do here. I mean, with the huge builds that I'm doing on here, it really takes me a lot of time to make a video. Like just texturing the entire ground here took forever. It took hours. Strudel, the low humidity, yeah, that could be it. I could try that, yeah. Maybe I should, or maybe I should try, yeah, just breathing in some steam occasionally. Maybe that could help. I could try that. That's a good idea. I will try that out at least. Okay, so now now for the a bit more complicated part, I will need these stone slabs. So what I was thinking was like, let me show, because I don't know how to verbalize it. Like this, you know? Like it just broke off. Like the support pillars here. I'm wondering if that's going to look good. I mean, it definitely doesn't with just a stone. That's definitely not working. The question is, and also I think I probably shouldn't make it too uniform. I should try to bring in some, yeah, and I can pull it out a little bit because it looks weird if I start directly where the pillar is. And then I maybe also need to add some cracks. Yeah, guys, as I said, I'm winging it, and right now I don't know if this is going to look good or if this is going to look completely weird. My plants would also really love a humidifier, I guess. My landlords, maybe not so much, because I think they even have rules about you not being supposed to dry your clothes inside the apartment, because of humidity. But yeah, who cares, right? Could I be using stairs here? To make this look more like, for there to be a crack there. There's my stone cutter back here. But talking about plants, so last weekend I went to a really fancy, well, not really a plant store, but plant selling place. And I bought some expensive plants. So, like this. I do think that helps. And maybe I can occasionally add another stair, like, oh no, I can't add stairs there. Yeah, because that's not a full block. Anyway, so the place I went to is like a big greenhouse that is like, I had to drive over an hour to get there. I've been following them on Instagram. I've been meaning to go there forever, but so far I haven't. And basically what they do is they grow tropical plants, and they also like harvest fruit from them and sell them and stuff. So you can buy like tropical fruit that has been grown in Switzerland. So that's something, I guess. I think I need to make it a little bit crumbled on the side, because otherwise it's going to look weird. But it's tough because it's all the same material, so it kind of melts into each other. So there are probably ways I can do that to make it look better. Like, for example, use cobblestone here and the normal stone below, or something like that. So yeah, and what I read when I no, let me go back a step. So okay, so they grow, and they grow fruit among others and make like products from them. They also have a restaurant. It's all very expensive. Like, absolutely. I didn't eat at the restaurant either. But so they posted on Instagram that they would have a sale of like rare plants, indoor plants. So I thought I'll finally go there. So I drove over an hour to get there. It was raining. I got there and realized there's no parking spaces, and it's in the middle of nowhere. So I had to park like 500 meters away and go there through the rain. But it ended up being quite cool. It's definitely a cool place. And I bought a vanilla plant, which, I mean, if I get a humidifier, it might actually give me vanilla flowers eventually, and vanilla fruit. Like the seed pods are what gives you the vanilla beans. And a cocoa tree, which I think that probably takes a few years until that's ever going to grow fruit. And I also don't know if it's like self-pollinating, so if I'll ever get any fruit, but it's a nice tree. So that's cool. I got a tiny, minuscule little curry tree, which gives you like the curry leaves that you sometimes, like when I was in Sri Lanka once, and they had those leaves in the food, and it was amazing. And I looked in stores here, and you can't get it here, and apparently the leaves need to be fresh. So now I have the actual tree, but at the moment, come on. At the moment, as I said, it is absolutely tiny, so I can't harvest from it, but maybe eventually. It does also smell a little bit weird, so if the tree gets bigger, if the smell gets a lot stronger, that might be an issue. And then I got a really cool fern that is like dark green with like a blue glossy shine, kind of like an oil slick. So that's really cool. Yeah, Strudel, I love walking through garden centers. It's great. I mean, for a while. Why do I keep doing that? And there's a zombie somewhere. Where is it? There. I don't care. A few years ago, I was very into. I was spending a lot of money on plants. It has gotten better since then, also because I've run out of space for plants, but occasionally I give away a plant, or a plant dies, or I stop liking a plant and then it accidentally dies eventually. So yeah, I had a little bit of space, and now I got some new plants, and now I can't buy any more plants again because I'm out of space. Yeah. There's another guy. I'm getting a lot of zombies at the moment, like... I feel like for a while there weren't a lot of zombies spawning. Going to garden centers during the Christmas season is the best. Why? Like because of all the Christmas stuff they're selling, or specific plants? Let me know What exactly you mean, Amphi? I'm interested to hear. The space struggle, yeah, and cat safe plants, exactly. So I think, or I'm lucky that my cats don't try to eat most of my plants. They only really like plants that are like grass-like. So have very long, thin leaves, and at the moment I don't really have any like that. Well, maybe the new fern is a bit like that, but the cats, it has like kind of fleshy leaves, so I don't think the cats would try to eat that one. Ah, yeah, Christmas. Christmas is nice. I've never really decorated for Christmas, also because I have cats, and decorations would have to be cat safe. But I like Christmas, and I like Christmas decorations, and I like Christmas candy. I already had some Christmas candy this year. Like as soon as Christmas candy comes to the store, I have to buy some marzipan potatoes. I don't know if they have those in other places or if they are a purely German thing. Yeah, marzipan potatoes. Does this look good and realistic, or does this look like crap? I'm still not completely sold. You're going to need cat pictures. I'm going to post some in on the Discord soon. Right now, you're going to need to give me a very quick break. I will be back in 2 minutes, okay? Okay, guys. Yeah, my mic wasn't muted. I don't know how much you heard. But anyway, I'm back. Let's go back to Minecraft. Right. Looks good. Mainly just doors. Yeah, that's fine. Perfect. Let's say hello to Zeph. Okay, so strudel, marzipan potatoes they're basically just little balls of marzipan that is dusted with a little bit of cocoa powder, so they get kind of like an irregular brown color, just like potatoes. And I like them, and I have the habit of squishing them between my fingers and forming them into a cube shape before I eat them. Is it okay if I destroy everything to get my stuff back? What's happening? Okay, so regarding this, I think I need to tinker around with this a little bit tomorrow morning. I don't have the intellectual capacity right now while I'm trying to while streaming and trying to talk. Then the other thing is, I mean, this is looking very flat. That's why I said maybe this should be recessed. The other option is that I replace this with stairs. Like this. Which makes it look a bit more three-dimensional, but that means but on the other hand, I would be using the overgrown stone more on the sides instead of the middle, because that's where the water goes, right? So another idea, what if I just replace this one, like not like this? Like this. Nah, that's also not it. Wait. Another option is that we replace these with walls. How about that? I think that could work. I don't think I have any walls in here. Do I have any back there? I have shulker boxes everywhere. Yes. Mossy cobblestone, and let's make some rocky stone things as well. I really hate the fact that there are no normal stone walls. Stone brick wall is, yeah, that doesn't work for me. Ooh, andesite. I can use andesite for some of them. But anyway, not here. Yes. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Let's do that. Let's grab some andesite. And shout out to Sadred for giving me 2 shulker boxes full of andesite and saving my life in the process. Yeah, Strudel, I've seen like the normal marzipan fruit too, but like the marzipan potatoes are, yeah, are a special Christmassy thing around here for some reason. I don't know why. Okay, I don't think I'm going to use much of the cobblestone walls, maybe a few. It's mostly going to be andesite. So let's replace those. And yeah, we're not keeping that. But we do have the stairs over here. At the stairs. Okay. Such a nice sunset. Is it weird that it kind of hurts my eyes to look into the sun in Minecraft? Like I just when I looked over there earlier, kind of felt like it was hurting my eyes. Whereas although it's just like it's a white dot on the screen, right? I mean, I have windows that are completely wide open sometimes, so I think it's definitely a little bit odd. But I felt it. Why are you the nightmare duo, Amphi? I hadn't heard of that. Maybe because I haven't been on that much. Yeah. See, I feel the same strain in the eye. It's weird. It's probably a reflex. Because you are chaotic. Yeah, I mean, I hadn't really noticed that you are very chaotic. I know that he is. But yeah, I love my chaotic folks. I mean, it does look a little bit fragile, standing on those walls, but I think it's fine. I mean, there's probably a lot of steel in there as well. Oh geez, the stuff happening in chat. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to replace all of those, and then we're going to restart the texturing. I was so bored out of my mind when I did all the texturing for the other building. At least now I have some company. Okay, a few more. And we're almost done. Okay, so Amphi, I hope I get to see that chaos soon. I'm interested to know. Ah, I'm still missing a few. I'm glad I'm not a mod. Anyway. All right, I'm running out of topics to talk about right now, so if you guys have any questions for me, why don't you put them in the chat? Otherwise, try being an admin for one of the biggest The Isle legacy servers. I haven't heard of The Isle. What is that? But it does sound exhausting. I'm glad I'm neither a mod nor an admin. So yeah, I think that's a decent dinosaur survival simulator game. I have seen Zev play Ark Survival. Is it similar to that, or? I mean, it's not the same game, but is it a similar game, or are there big differences? Art did look quite cool. I have to say, I love survival games, so. It's starting to be hot water bottle time again, like that time of the year. Where I need to make myself hot water bottles almost every day. Because it's a bit chilly. Okay, so I think I'm gonna get out the cobblestone and the rocky stone and the andesite and the overgrown stone, which means that I also need more stone slabs. There's some more here. I don't need the walls right now, so that's fine. What did I say? Cobblestone, rocky stone, andesite. I'm probably going to need more andesite. I find myself not using a lot of the mossy stone. Maybe I should use more of it, but it does stick out a little bit. Another zombie. Let's count the zombies we get today. Is this like number 4 or number 5? Oh, you play as a dinosaur. And you have to grow, fight, survive and stuff. And no building. Okay. That sounds cool. So can you be like any type of dinosaur? Or are you a specific species? Yeah, I see that that's going to be a bit annoying. Because the stone is going to drop down there and I need to kind of get it. Number 6. Ouch. I'm not wearing armor. Even more back there. Did we turn up the zombie spawn rate somehow? Also, the sound that the squirrels make is really, really shrill. Parrot? Somewhere? Never mind. Okay, yeah, so, yeah. I'm just going to do this somehow all over. And also add some of that nice stuff. But that means that in order for it not to spread, I need to replace all of the blocks around it, unfortunately, which is quite the hassle. So yeah, I've said this several times before now. The overgrown stone on the old ZAWA server from the Biomes of Plenty mod. That one didn't spread, but that also meant that it wasn't renewable, so there were some downsides to that too. So I can replace some of these blocks with with rocky stone or andesite as well. Then it's also going to not spread. Like this, it should work. There's many different species in the legacy branch, but the Evrima branch has a couple, but it's still being worked on. Okay, you haven't gotten a single zombie. Yeah, then it's just my luck. Why don't I get any more? Let's have some more tree monitors. Let's have a look if we have gotten any more of those. That would be way cooler than all the zombies. Ooh, rain. I do think that this build looks quite cool in the rain and the gloomy as well. If I excuse me, if I turn off night vision. Yeah, rain going away is always good for me. Like mostly, except for when I want to admire my building in the rain, which really is not very often. Yeah, if I'm going to continue like that, replacing almost every single block, then of course this is going to be really, really tedious. So I will try not to do that, although I am quite tempted because it just, yeah, it looks very good, doesn't it? The more texturing, the better, usually. But yeah, no wonder I'm not getting anything finished. What am I like, as Gran would say. I don't think I got her did her accent very well though. I'm not good at accents. I'm sorry. I shouldn't even have tried to do that. I'm very sorry, Gran. Please don't hate me. Thing is, yeah, but I think that's the night vision again, right? It does look a bit weird because, like here, you can't see the difference between the two. But what if I turn off? No, it's not better. But it does look good from the outside, definitely, and it's also going to look good if we add some grass. Okay, so I'm mainly going to replace the blocks around the edge, and then in the middle it's going to be it's only going to be like a few that I'm replacing. So I'm not going to do this entire thing for like every single block here. Just a few. Just a few. Yeah, Gran is from the UK, but she has a very specific accent, and she told me where she was from exactly once. But I mean, I don't want to spread that. But yeah, she's from the UK. But I feel like her accent is quite distinct, and I wasn't really able to place it when I first met her. Like, I mean, I knew that she was from the UK, but it wasn't like a Scottish accent or an Irish accent or something that I could have recognized. I'm going to notice if in some place I forget to remove some blocks around and the green starts spreading. It's not dramatic. We can deal with it. But yeah, I will know. I want to add some in here as well. It's just such a hassle to to replace all the blocks around it. She sounds a bit northern Midlands. I have no idea where that is. I don't know much about the UK except for like Scotland and London. Yeah, that's basically it. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I want to add some of the, like, let's add a grass block here. Which is cool, but now we need to replace all of these. So let's do it. No, didn't use so much andesite here. Oh, and then do the same for the other layers as well. You're from the south, okay. So, yeah, okay. I don't know much about the south of the UK. Do you live like near the sea? Because that would sound very nice. Access to the sea is not something that we have in Switzerland. We do have a lot of nice things here, but not that. I could replace this with like mossy stone wall, like here on top of the grass, so that like the overgrown stuff has continued like creeping up there. I am thinking about how much in terms of like vines I'm going to use on this building, because vines, the trouble with vines is that they spread if you don't like put string everywhere, which gets annoying. You live by the channel. Yeah, so I mean the channel is the sea, right? I mean it's at least part of it, or kind of. For me that would count. That's cool. That's really nice. Yeah. Okay, let's do a bigger blob here again. One of the ones with the cobblestone, and I always like to surround. If I use cobblestone, I like to surround it by rocky stone to have kind of like a gradient between the stone. A wild tin is streaming. Yeah, and I hope you can't hear the can't hear me trying to clear my nose and my throat with the issues that I'm having right now with my sore throat. Because I fear that I'm trying to do it away from the microphone so that it doesn't sound too disgusting. Yeah, a wild tin is streaming. You have been sick? Yeah, see, I don't think it's actually like a cold or something. My doctor once said it could be an allergy, or Strudel said maybe it's the dry air. I'm going to test it out. Anyway, but I am noticing that talking so much on stream is a bit tough for me right now. You're used to it, yeah. Oh, you work with kids, yeah. Yeah, I mean, kids do that, of course, but I that doesn't mean I want it on my stream. I'm going to have to listen to it later and check it out. But yeah, that brings me to the topic of the UHC again. There is a UHC that I'm playing in this weekend, which I think is going to be fun. I just hope that my throat allows me to do it. But at least I'll be playing in a team, so I'm not going to be the only one talking all the time. There's going to be some other people talking as well, so it's going to make it easier. So my the team that I'm playing with, going to be playing with, is they are fairly good players, and what I've noticed about good players in the UHC. Okay, so let's start first with what is a UHC. UHC stands for ultra hardcore, and it's something that was invented by the Mindcrack crew of old. Like Beef was one of them, and some other people. And it's basically it's like a bit of a Minecraft tournament. So you're placed in a world in teams or alone. You usually take about like 2 hours to try and get geared up and not die. There's no health regeneration, not even if you eat, so you only can get health back with potions or golden apples. And then in the end you fight it out, and if you have good gear and are good at fighting in Minecraft, then you have a chance to win. I'm not very good at fighting in Minecraft. I am usually decent enough at not dying to like zombies and creepers before meetup, usually. Yeah, but there are some real pro players, and I'm going to be playing with some of them. And what I've noticed about how they play it is they usually they just run off. They they don't stay together as a team. because they're good enough at dealing with stuff themselves, which is a bit of an issue for me because I like like sticking to my team. So I hope they, or I will probably have to be dealing with being on my own this time. So let's see how I do with that. I think I need to be prepared for that, and then just try to do well. Maybe let them like guide me a little bit through in what I'm doing, not like by being there, but by talking me through it in the voice chat. Let's see. Okay, this is you wouldn't last 5 minutes. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's fun, and it starts with punching trees, so it's a fun experience, especially if you've been playing in the same world for a long time. It's a bit of a different experience. So yeah, I am quite happy. Let's add some texture here, but all in all, I am quite happy with what we have done to the edge here. So let's just add a little bit of texture here in the middle. Where is my... Do I not have any rocky stone left? That's no good. I need my rocky stone. It's such a good block. Incredible. It's like, yeah, I would love to have this block in vanilla Minecraft. It's an amazing block. Let's make a few more holes, just like kind of irregular. Come on. At least I have fly, or else getting stuck in these holes would be so much more annoying. Oh yeah, I mean I do have enough rocky stone. I just didn't have any on me at that second, so no worries. I'm good on the rocky stone. So I've also been kind of getting back into baking a little bit. I used to bake a lot. Like it was over 10 years ago. That I was baking a lot of like trying to bake fancy cakes and stuff. And now, then for some reason, I stopped. It's just like I start a hobby and eventually I get tired of it. That's just a normal cycle for me. But I've been watching the Great British Bake Off recently. That has motivated me, so I've been doing some baking, and that's nice. But that's also time that I'm not spending building my Minecraft city, so I guess it's good and bad in some ways. I didn't just try, I baked the fanciest cakes ever. Yeah, I mean, yeah. So, some of them were quite good. Once I figured it out. Thanks. Thanks for keeping my confidence high, Awesome King. Yeah, anyone else here watch the Great British Bake Off? Like the current season? I'm watching the current season. I also got my husband into it by first making him watch Bread Week because he likes baking bread, and then making him watch the other ones as well. So we're watching the current season, and then we've also started watching past seasons because there's not enough of the current season to fill several evenings. Yeah, I love the show. It's very nice to watch. I'm usually not interested in contest shows because they are so vicious. But yeah, I mean the Great British Bake Off is famous for being a really nice contest show because everyone is so nice to each other. And also, like, you get to see some fun cakes, and it really reminds me of like a lot of things. Then I'm thinking about, oh yeah, I tried doing that at one point, but it didn't work, so she shouldn't be doing that, stuff like that. So yeah, it's fun. It's been getting me back into the mindset of baking a little bit. So maybe I will. I keep falling. At least I don't take fall damage. Yeah. So I posted one of the cakes that I baked in the arts channel on the Discord. If anyone wants to check it out. It was very tasty. And I love I love eating sweet stuff, so that's perfect for me. Oh man, this is texturing is boring, but it's so important because it makes everything look so good. Like compare this part of the building to like this part of the building. You can't do it without texturing. But I've been meaning to try out some creative tools. So I mean, there are some really cool Minecraft building crews that are building really amazing things, but they're doing it in creative, of course. And if you're doing it in creative, there are some tools you can use that make all of it a lot easier. Hi, Ole. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining the stream. Okay, I need more slabs. Oh no. Oh, I made pressure plates. Ugh. I'm never going to need those, so let's just throw them away. Goodbye. Ah, don't you hate it when that happens? I crafted a lot of buttons recently, but on purpose to add like little pieces of rubble. Because that's another thing that people craft accidentally, right? Buttons. But yeah, I'm not going to need the pressure plates. I don't think. So now which of these are... That's another thing you don't know, which ones are already replaced with slabs, which ones aren't. If Medina and Chile decide to add a mod to the server, what mod would I like to see? You mean like a building mod? See, yeah, I just started talking about the creative kind of mods, but as I said, I haven't tried them out yet. I don't really know how that works, and also I think those are only for creative. That wouldn't really work on the server. I mean, on the one hand, I don't want there to be too many different mods to make everything too cluttered, and it would mean that like more things can go wrong. But on the other hand, like, I mean, mods that add a few more blocks or decorative items, that would always be nice. But I don't have any specific one in mind right now. I really enjoyed some of the things that you can do with chisel, but I know that they added chipped instead of chisel this time for some reason. Yeah, I don't know. One thing that I would really like to see, and I think I don't know if anyone has ever suggested that, or maybe I should add that as a suggestion, is like, but that's not a mod, it's just a server-side plugin, I think. The thing to do to make item frames invisible. Because then I could just like add some clutter, you know, like some pieces of paper just like lying on the ground, like some dirt, some trash. That that would be really helpful for my purposes. I should put that in the suggestions channel, or I should see if someone has already suggested that, and if they have given some reason for why we don't have that. Yeah, because that would be great to have. Why am I why am I always losing my rocky stone? Why do I have I don't need the book on my hotbar. Yeah, other texturing woes is that you always have inventory troubles, of course. There's a mod for that for the item frame. Yeah, I mean that would be an option too. Although I think it might be easier to just add it as a plugin. But maybe there is a specific reason why they didn't. I'm just saying. I want to add one here too, but that means I need to remove more blocks here. It's a bit silly adding all the slabs. Ole, you're saying I could have used the pressure plates as details to make more bumps. Yeah, I know. I don't really feel like the shape of them works for what I'm trying to do here. But I mean, I can see how you can how that can work in some circumstances. I mean, maybe let's just try it out. The disadvantage, though, is also that you have to place it on a full block. You can't place it on a slab. But yeah, let's just make one. And yeah, I mean, it's not that bad. What annoys me about them is the clicking noise when you walk over them. So that's why I have a bit of an aversion against pressure plates. But anyway, let's see how that looks. I think it's starting to look quite decent, but I don't think I'm going to keep the stream going for much longer because my throat is really starting to hurt, and also it's getting late, and if I stream for too long, then I'm too wound up to go to bed, and I can't sleep. So yeah, that doesn't really work for me. But yeah, at least I had some company for some of the texturing, and then I'm just going to continue working on that tomorrow morning. Add some more. Finish the texturing here and figure out what I want to do with the roof. I also need, I need to add some irregularities to that, but my brain doesn't want to figure that out right now. But yeah, I mean, look at what I did here. I mean, I'm quite proud of how this turned out. I mean, this is really weird structurally, but I think it ended up looking decent. But also on the other hand, I mean, this is a corrugated metal roof, so it behaves differently than just a sheet of concrete, I guess. Yeah, I'm going to get my voice rested. If you haven't yet, check out my newest video. It's now on the channel, where you can see how I built the entire construction site. Let's get rid of night vision. Yeah, it looks much better, even though it's a bit dark now with the night. But yeah, thanks everyone. thanks for watching my stream. I enjoyed hanging out with you. Yeah, and I hope that now I will be able to stick to the schedule again and stream every Tuesday at the same time. That would be really nice. So I hope I'm going to see you next time there. And yeah, have a nice day, everyone. Yeah, bye bye.